Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I would like to share with you my top 3 core exercises if you're suffering from disc bulges, disc herniation and sciatica pain. Many of my online clients are basically asking me what are the core exercises that I should add on to my routine, and in this video I would like to share with you the plan and the core routine that they are following and they're getting great results and they're recovering from the condition. And you can basically copy these 3 exercises in your daily routine, and it takes you less than 5 minutes to follow them in a day-to-day living. And these 3 exercises can help you to stabilize your core, reduce your pain, and actually give you more confidence in doing things at home. If you've never been in this channel, my name is Bob. I'm a physical therapist, and the purpose of this channel is to help people like yourself with simple tips and exercises for quicker recovery. I promise you that I'm going to share with you more rehab plan that you can basically utilize in your day-to-day living. And in this video, these 3 core exercises is the must that you should add them to your routine. Let's get started. Before we start the rehab plan, guys, I would like to share with you a short story about my online client, Hugo, who lives in USA. And we started his rehab plan 2 weeks ago. And Hugo was suffering from chronic lower back pain. Basically, he was diagnosed with L4, L5, L5S1 disc bulges 3 years ago, and he's been suffering from lower back pain, sciatica symptoms, tingling sensation, and even neck pain for the last 3 years. And we started his rehab plan 2 weeks ago, and in this video, I would like to share with you how much he has changed and improved over 2 weeks of following a customized rehab plan. If you are suffering from disc bulges, disc herniation, or sciatica pain, and it's been bothering you for a long time, you do have a chance to recover if you have a bit of clarity about your MRI report, first of all. Second, have a customized plan that you follow in a day-to-day living. And in this video, you can get an example how much you can recover. Make sure to watch the video till the end and let me know if I can help you in your condition. If you want to get a second opinion, we can always organize an online consultation that we go through your case one-to-one, and I would be more than happy to help you. If you have any question, leave me a comments. Make sure to subscribe my channel for my weekly update, and don't forget to press that like button. I suppose, Hugo, you can maybe start with your own story, because we catch up 2 weeks ago, and for the first time, that was your initial consultation. And maybe just share with people what happened, because you've been struggling with back pain and for the last 3 years, I suppose. And maybe you share with people your story. How did you contact me? What happened? What was the treatment that you've been getting before, and so on. Would that be fair?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, doctor. So, it all started around 3 years ago. Yes, a bad movement that I did, and I just felt really big crack on my back. At the beginning, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was just bothering me a little bit of the upper body, but I wasn't feeling that bad. After a few months that I started working and lifting a lot of more weight for my work that I was doing, which is construction, I felt another crack on my bottom. It's more of a my bottom of my hips. Yes. So since that day, my body started to feel really bad. My right leg started to feel numbness, started to feel sharp. Started my hips started to feel, my right hip started to feel with this numbness, with this
Like
sharp too feeling. Yes, and my my back too, my middle back, my bottom back, it was start feeling really bad, real bad. I couldn't even take it. First, I started to go with a chiropractor, see if he's gonna help me. It didn't really help me a lot. So I started researching for doctors and see, what could have, good solution for my problem. Yeah. And, I went to see the doctor. They took an MRI for me, and they told me that I have a herniation disc on me. So, at the beginning, they were like, just try to live your life as used to. Don't worry too much. It's gonna go away. 2 years happened, 2 years and a half happened, and my body felt much worse. My pain was really bad. I couldn't really walk too much. I couldn't really go outside. I couldn't run. I couldn't lift weight because my body felt with so much in pain that it was really bad for me. So
I get
I
you.
tried to research again, trying to see anything that is going to help me and see what's a good solution.
Mm-hmm.
I found another chiropractors, but it wasn't helping me a lot.
And
I
what they
found
were telling you, Hugo, when you were going to the treatment with the chiropractor, etc., what they were suggesting you, what they were telling you that it is, what's the problem?
So they were telling me that most of the time it was, my posture. I have to push better. I have to do, more exercise, and I was trying to do the exercise they gave me,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't help me that much,
Got you.
and I went to the appointments and they did, their
Manipulation.
practice, right.
Yeah.
I felt better at that time, but
Got
then
you.
I went home. I started feeling the same. The pain
Problem.
was still there. My right leg was with a lot of numbness, with a lot of pain.
Yep. Yep.
So I didn't really know what to do at that point. I was just really, my
Lost.
body was feeling used to already of having this pain, but I had a lot of stress, a lot of I was very grumpy every time.
Yeah.
It was just so bad.
Frustrating.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. I tried, with another doctor, and he told me the same. It's a herniation disc that you have,
And which
and
level was the herniation, Hugo? Do you
it was
remember?
L4, L4, L5.
Yep.
Yes, L4, L5, and he was telling me that that's one of the reasons why I have all this, pain in my back, pain in
Got
my
you.
leg. He was telling me that I have to do surgery.
Got you.
It's 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 just that, I only have surgery. There is nothing else I can do. As I was telling you, the doctor told me you can walk too much, you can run, you can lift weight,
You
you
can't
can't do
basically.
anything, anything. So I feel like a really 80 or 90 guy. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't
They
do
told you
anything.
you can't basically do those things.
Right. Yes. Yes. He was
They
like,
told you don't walk, don't
don't,
run,
yeah,
don't lift
don't-
anything, and and
exactly.
and,
He
and
was like,
don't breathe.
don't
Don't.
bring, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He just told me, just stay on one space and don't do
Yeah.
too much. I was like, man,
Yes.
my mental health was going
Exactly.
crazy at that time because my body felt bad, and now my doctor is telling me that I'm bad and there is no
You can't
solution
do
to
much about
this
it.
and
Yeah.
I can't do anything. So I was just very frustrated. So until I've been researching, trying to see, see what was the best solution I can be,
Yeah.
until I found you on YouTube. I was just
Yes.
searching YouTube. I found you on YouTube. I saw the testimonial videos, and I give it a try. And as I say, I felt very impressed because since the first day that I did the exercise, which it was just one time because it was in the evening. Uh,
Yeah.
the second day, my body felt a little bit more with movement, because my body was stuck. I couldn't
Yes.
really do too much of this. I was just stuck in one
Yeah.
part.
Very stiff. Yeah.
Yeah, very stiff. So my body felt really good the following day. So I was like, this is this is good. I have to really do it. So I started doing twice a day and following the routine that we have. And
Yeah.
every time I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling more energetic. I can sleep better now. I
That's
couldn't
amazing,
really
man.
sleep, and now I can sleep better, which is one of the best things I can do. That's what I
Of
love.
course.
I want to go
Yeah,
to
man.
bed and I want to really sleep really good. And I couldn't do that, before. I went to sleep and I was waking up around 3, 4 in the morning because of my back started to have pain and I couldn't sleep anymore. And then I was tired, entire day.
I do
So
remember that. Yeah, you
yes,
were telling me
yes,
about it in the first day as well. Yeah,
yes, yes.
and
It was
maybe share with the people who are watching this video, like what was the pain like the level of pain before we start the routine. And
nine, 10, 9 to 10 out of 10. Yes, it was just really, really bad. 24/7. it was not just probably in the morning or in the afternoon or when I did something heavy. No, it was
Got
just
you. All the time.
24/7, all the time, standing up, on the bed or sitting down. The pain was really, really bad, and you know, I just my body couldn't take it anymore, you know.
I get
But
you.
now, yeah, yeah, you know, I can sleep better. I can be sitting down, you know, even in the couch. You know, before I couldn't be in the couch because when I was laying down, my body, you know, my pain on my back was really bad, you know. And now I'm, you know, on Fridays or Saturdays, you know, I'm with my wife, you know, watching movies and
And you're
having a
chilling.
good time, which I wasn't having this for over 3 years. And
That's insane, man.
I feel very surprised, you know, it's really helping me a lot and it's really improving. The key, you know, is being very consistent with the exercise that you have, because this is the main thing. You know, I listen to you every time I'm, you know, watching on the exercise YouTube videos. Be consistent, and that, I think that's the main key. You know, be consistent.
Absolutely.
Try to do it as, you know, as it's on the routine, and this is gonna help you. You know, it really helped me a
Big
lot,
time.
and
Big
I thank
time.
you so much, doctor, for this. You know, I'm really, really happy with all this, you know,
I'm
routine
delighted to hear that, man. I'm delighted
improving
to
that
hear
we
that, to see you
have.
improving. You know what I mean? And this is just the start. We're gonna progress your plan, Hugo. I mean, there's a lot to see from the first day that I saw you until now. You know, in 2 weeks' time, I think your mental health hugely was involved with the whole pain thing, and you were very stressed, and you mentioned grumpy, and that was impacting your sleep. You were feeling more stress and not trusting your body. You know what I mean? And like I think you were telling me on the first day that you had so much headache.
Yeah,
Um,
a lot of headaches.
and that was something that is totally gone now.
Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember when I had the first meeting with you, I was very grumpy. You know, I was just, you know, without any you know, I thought there was no solution for my
Get
problems.
you.
I was just very without
Yes.
energy,
Yes.
or, you know, and now I feel energetic. You know, I feel much better. My health, physical and mental, it's improving. You know, it's going there, and I'm very surprised. As I say, you know, I've been trying to find a good solution for my, you know, problem, my back pain problem for three
Yeah.
years, you know, and I just couldn't find it. You know, I couldn't find it. I've been researching, doing a lot of doctors, chiropractors,
Yeah. Yeah.
so many stuff, and it wasn't really helping me too much. You know, it was just that time, you know, that time that they really did a few things, you know, with my
Passive
body,
treatment. Yeah.
yeah, treatment, but that was it. But
I get
now
you.
I feel good. You know, it's been 2 weeks now, and I feel I feel that it's improving, and I'm feeling good. So this is a good thing.
Man, I'm delighted to hear that. Hugo, you mentioned that the pain level is down to what level right now? How's the
Right
pain?
now,
How would you describe it?
24 out of 10, and before was 9, 10 out of 10. You know, it
That's
was really
amazing, man.
bad. And
That's more than like 60% drop. And
yes,
you told me that, I mean, it wasn't a part of the plan last week, and this week you start to do some jogging, which
yes,
is
yes.
which is amazing, man.
It's good. It's amazing. You know, I can even run again. You know, before I could run, but I had a lot of you know, right leg pain, and then my
Yes,
hip, and it wasn't just my body wasn't feeling that comfortable. You know,
of
but
course.
now, you know, that day I was starting right. First, I was walking, see how it goes. It went really
Yeah,
good. And then I was like, let me just put a little bit more spit. I put a
speed
spit in
on it.
it,
Yeah,
and wow, I was just very impressed with my body. I was like, wow, this is a good you know, signal. So I was like, yes, this is a
absolutely,
good
man.
sign. I'll keep going.
I'm delighted to hear that, man. This is just because of your consistency and basically just doing things and get a bit of clarity, I suppose, on the first consultation. Because I think when you have an MRI report and you have a couple of people who told you don't do this, don't do that, and create a lot of fear, I suppose, for you, it's very difficult to get back and start to do things, but with a bit of information and gaining a bit of trust, because our body is adaptable, and no matter where you are, whatever level of injury you have, you still can progress and get better day to day, you know. And but there's no magical bullet to gonna come and fix you. This is very important, and every person has a different story. We go through a lot of basically conversation, talk, and question on the first day to create a bit of kind of like clarity for yourself and for me to know you more and understand where you're coming from. And based on that, we kind of like go through a structure and plan. I think, how do you find that plan, Hugo? Do you think that is helpful for you to monitor your daily activity and have a structure into your week?
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, are you talking about the exercise
Yeah, like
routine?
the basically, the Excel sheet that you're getting
Oh,
basically,
yes.
yeah,
Yeah, because I can monitor, what's good for me, what's going on with my body,
absolutely,
all these details about how can I improve with my body, which one is really helping me, which one is not really helping me.
absolutely.
But until now, every single exercise is helping me a lot.
It feels
So
good.
it's
It
good.
feels
Yes,
good.
it
Yeah.
feels real good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a huge feedback, man. For people like who listening, like yourself, who's been struggling with back pain. You know what I mean, and who wants to improve, and they getting better and recover. This is a huge, I suppose, feedback to see that no matter how many years you've had back pain or issue, numbness, or whatever that you call it, you can still progress and adapt and build up. And this is just the initial, basically, testimonial that we have here to share with you how you're getting on. I would like to share with them in a couple of months when we get you back to the gym, because you used to train before that injury, right? You used to go to the
I
gym.
used to train. Yeah,
They used to
yeah,
train, and that's the huge feedback, because that's the part that you can share with people that actually is not about just getting pain free. It's about continuing and progressing your routine to where you want to be, because you're still very young. You want to gain back that strength and mental confidence to do your day-to-day living pain
yeah.
free, and learn even how to basically manage your load and threshold in a day-to-day living, which means the fact of getting pain free is very easy, if you ask me. But learning how to manage your symptoms, which means back pain is something that you could have at any time in life, and it's very common, but it's not always a bad thing, and it doesn't tell you that you should stop everything and rest.
Right.
But even if you get sore in some stage in your life, you learn how to actually, okay, maybe I'm doing too much in some stage, maybe I'm not doing too much, or maybe I'm
Right.
resting or doing nothing, and my body asking me to move,
Right.
and all of that is kind of like a process that you learn through this program. At the same time, you have to be consistent with it, as you mentioned, and trust
Yes.
the process and give you 100% shot.
Yes.
Hugo, thank you so much for sharing, man, your results, and I'm delighted to see you, man. This really make my day more smoother and faster, because when I see I can make impact, because you're not living in Dublin. Where do you live, Hugo? If you don't mind to share with people.
Maryland. I live Maryland, United States.
That's what I'm talking about. It's a long,
Yes.
long way to here, man. Right? And if
Yes,
I
it
can
is.
make an impact for people who lives in that part of the world, man, that's a huge, I suppose, positive story for me and my day, which is make my life more, I suppose, purposeful, and I feel like I can make a difference.
You do, doctor.
Thank you, Hugo. Is there anything else that I'd like to share with people like yourself who has back pain? What anything else that you like to share with them?
Most of the time, be very consistent on the process, on the routine that you give us, because it does. I'm a good testimonial. You live in the other part of the world, and I live in the other part of the world, and you know following your routines, it really helped me a lot. But as I say, consistent key on the process, very, very consistent, and they'll see that they will
It's
improve.
working.
Yeah, it's working. Yes.
I'm delighted to hear that, man. Listen, thanks again, Hugo, for your time, and keep punching, my man. We're gonna show them another progression in a couple of weeks time, that you're back in the gym, and you're doing some more advanced stuff. Listen, thanks again, and have a great one. All right.
Thank you so much, doctor. Have a
Cheers,
great
man.
one.
Yeah. All right, guys. The first core exercise that we are going to add on in this routine is going to be bear dog, which is very simple, but at the same time can be challenging if you've never done it before. I'm gonna share with you an easier version, and you can slowly build them up and progress them to advanced routine. The first thing that you have to learn is how to stabilize basically your core muscle and maintain your back in a neutral position. Now, we're going to be on a quadruped position, which means hands underneath of your shoulder, knee basically shoulder width apart, and underneath of your hip. We're gonna basically, in that stage, we wanna try to bring the pelvic in a neutral position, which means it's not arched, is not basically curved. You want to keep it in a neutral position and maintain it kind of like basically flat. Breathing in and out, all the exercise that you do, you're gonna basically maintain your breathing, guys. This is very important. The first thing that you want to do, you want to basically try kick back, which means you do in a single leg manner. I'm trying to go slow. The slower the better. Breathing in and out, you practice 5 kick on that side, and then you want to switch side. Slow control. As you can see, I'm trying to maintain my lumbar spine stabilized. Try to avoid kicking too fast. You want to go slow, control, and practice that for a couple of days. When you got more comfortable with the kickback exercise and it felt that actually this is easy now, I can stabilize my core, I can feel it, I can breathe in and out while I'm doing it, you can slowly progress that to kind of like alternate leg and alternate arm. Slow control, back to the starting position. Practice this for 3 sets of, let's say, 5 each side. Slow control up, control back. As you can see, it's pretty slow. You want to engage the core, breathe in and out. When you start this, you probably want to do maybe 3 or 4 each side. Catch your breath, breathe in and out, and then change side. Come back on the starting position. The core is engaged. You don't want to be arching or moving too much. Slow control back, back up, and practice that. Now, bird dog is pretty advanced, guys. If you've never done it before, you will see you will lose coordination, and it shouldn't be a very quick move. You want to do it slow and controlled. We're going to practice it one more set. I'm going to share with you again basically how we're going to do it in an advanced way. We're going to go 3 basically a repetition each side. 1, back to the starting position. 2, very good. 3, cool. Catch your breath. We're going to try one more round. Other side. 1, 2, and 3. Good stuff. Start with 2 sets. If you find it easy, you can progress it to 3rd set. Practice this exercise daily and as basically often as possible. You can do it 2 to 3 times through the day. All right, guys, the next move that we're gonna do is gonna be dead bug, which is the opposite basically position in comparison to bird dog. You're gonna lie on your back. This is pretty advanced, but I'm gonna simplify for you how to do it and where you gotta practice first and how to progress it. The first thing that you have to do is to learn how to engage basically your pelvis to be in posterior tilt, which means for many of my patients, they don't have that ability and coordination to posteriorly tilt their pelvis, which means there's a gap here in between your low back. You want to fill that gap and apply pressure and hold it there while you're doing this movement. If you haven't practiced the posterior tilt, to be able to perform dead bug, you have to be able to first learn that posterior tilt. I'll share with you a video up here that you can practice that in a separate video of basically have a step-by-step how you can get to posterior tilt. Practice that exercise. Make sure that you have a good coordination and feeling the pressure in your low back before you trying the dead bug. Because if you're doing a dead bug and your low back keep coming off the ground, that's the biggest error that can put more pressure on your low back and can actually cause problem and make you to get aggravated. Okay, now we are presuming that you already practiced the posterior tilt. You know how to engage the core, maintaining it there. And for performing dead bug, you want to bring the knees up in 90 degrees, hands here. We're gonna start with the basically movement would be at the start is to just bring the leg one side. You can have a choice to either touch the ground while you're maintaining your lower back attached to the ground. You're breathing in and out. As you can see, I'm not holding my breath. Change legs, maintain that pressure in your lower back and back up. You're gonna start with the lower body and then same thing on upper body. Maintaining that pressure, breathing in and out. And whenever you felt comfortable, okay, I can do this is easy, you can try them maybe in one side, which means right arm and right leg. Slow control, back up again. And then change side. It looks easy, but I can tell you this is not easy. Control, maintain that pressure in the lower back. You want to try these for 3 sets of, let's say, 3 to 5 each side. Make sure that it's slow tempo, you're not rushing it. If it's too much rush and too quick, you're not really doing the job properly. That tempo of 3 is very important, which means you go 1, 2, 3 down and 1, 2, 3 up. How you can make this more challenging is going to be, you want to move basically alternate arms and alternate legs, which means you go to this posterior tilt, bring the arms and hands up, left and right. Good. I have to really focus to be able to do this. Don't jump into this, practice the basic, and basic is so crucial. Slow control, back up, slow control, and back up. Now, when you got to the point that you can do the advanced version of the basically dead bug, what I would suggest you to do, start with 3 sets of 3 each side, slow tempo, breathing in and out, focus on the quality, record yourself a couple of times and see how you're getting on. And if you felt more comfortable, then increase it to 3 sets of, let's say, 5 each side. All right, guys, the last exercise that I'm gonna share with you in this routine is gonna be a reverse plank. Reverse plank can be basically simplified. I show you from easier version to more advanced, and you're gonna practice these exercises on a daily basis for the optimum results. How we're gonna do the reverse plank is gonna be basically on opposite of the plank position. You're gonna be on your hands and you basically using your heel of your foot or your whole foot. Start with the whole foot. If you find is easy, then we can move on to heel of foot. I'm gonna show you the progression one by one. What we're trying to do, we're trying to basically find you gotta do this on the floor. You can't really do this in bed. It has to be hard that you can engage and bring your hip up. This activate some of your anterior core muscle that we don't usually use them in the day-to-day living, and you want to stabilize and hold this in this position for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Now, if you think about it, you need to try to go through the range that feels comfortable, and if you can come all the way up, you're actually engaging a lot of shoulder and upper chest muscle that they're involved in this movement, which means it's not a singular muscle that works. There's a lot of basically activation happen around this anterior core strength. I'm gonna show you with you one more round. Keep the foot on the ground, feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna come up, you're looking at the ceiling, breathe in and out, hold it there for 3 to 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Breathe in and out. If you can't come all the way up, you can stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Now, whenever you got more comfortable with this exercise, your hand position can be anywhere that you feel comfortable. It shouldn't be really straight. It can be a little bit out. If you find your hands are more comfortable like that, go with that. Whenever you felt comfortable, you can make this a little bit quicker, which means you come up, 3, 2, 1, back. Just touch the ground and come back up. 3, 2, 1, slow, and back up. The speed is not really important. It's more about maintaining that movement and not going all the way down, which means you want to basically maintain your body without going down all the way. Here, touch the ground, back up, slow, breathe in and out, and practice it. Now, this exercise, guys, need a lot of shoulder stabilization. You will get tired on your shoulder, and that's normal. Don't force it. Go within the range and repetition that you feel good. You can start with 3 sets of 5, rest 30 seconds or minutes, and practice it again. I'm gonna show you how you can progress this. As you can see, at the start, my feet are very close to my hip. I'm coming up here, slow down, back up, slow down. The more you get comfortable, you can bring your foot away from your body. Up, slow down. Now your hamstring muscle will start to engage and your glute muscle will start to engage as well, a bit, but more on the hamstring. If I go a little bit more forward, it's more on the hamstring. Slow control, and I slowly bring my toes up. It's all engaged in this area. The hamstring muscle is pretty weak in majority of cases because we don't use them in a day-to-day living unless you're training them in a gym and you're doing deadlift and you're doing proper, let's say, RDLs. But if you have back pain, you're usually been told to don't do it. But in this exercise, you're gonna utilize them. As you can see, what I'm doing, I'm bringing my toes up, hands same position, going up, 3, 2, 1, slow back, 1, 2, 3, and slow back. Guys, don't progress it too quick, be patient. You're gonna practice this exercise for 2 to 3 rounds and gradually build them up. By doing this exercise, you're improving your core strength, and by saying that, you can actually improve your low back pain, improve your core stability, and also help you to re-engage and be more confident with bending, twisting, and rotation. If you haven't seen basically my rehab plan that I would suggest to my online clients that they're following in a day-to-day living, I would suggest you to watch this video that I'll leave it to you in the link underneath of this video and on the footnote, and make sure to add on those exercises to this core routine that I share with you in this video, and it actually become a complete routine that you can follow in a day-to-day living 2 to 3 times for your recovery. If you haven't watched that video, make sure to watch it. I'll leave a link and you can click on it and just follow through those exercises. There are 6 exercises in that video that you can add on to these 3 core exercises and become a complete workout routine. I believe these 3 basic core exercises can hugely help you for your recovery. If you have any question or any concern, leave me a comment. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you have any question regarding your injury or if you're suffering from low back pain in general, you can always leave me comments. If you need further assistance, you can always book an online consultation with me with the link below, and we can go through your case, and I would be more than happy to help you with a customized plan that you can basically start right away. I believe every single person has a chance to recover. Our body is adaptable. If you give your body a right dosage of exercise and movement in a day-to-day living and have a little bit of clarity about your injury, you can always have a chance to recover, and we can measure it in this program and give you some sort of one-to-one feedback that can really fasten your recovery. Make sure to leave me comments, write for me any suggestion or rehab plan that you need to do. I would be more than happy to create more rehab plan for you in the following weeks. I appreciate your basically support. I would highly suggest you to subscribe my channel for my weekly updates and share this video with your friends and family, and don't forget to press that like button. Until next week, all the best.